What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And today I'm coming at you with a brief recap of Watch What Happens Live. Everybody's been talking about it all over social media. I had to, sit down and really watch it because there's different clips on the internet. But as I sat down and watched the whole thing, that motherfucker was shady as shit. Did y'all feel as awkward as I did? Because I felt hella awkward. And I'm just going to go down the list of the top moments that were awkward. The first one is, first off, Andy, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Y'all get y'all asses the fuck away from Andy Cohen. He go beat and broke y'all up again with them shady ass questions he was asking. He is a shady queen, honey. Andy, you ain't shit. Anyways, first off, Andy asked about Jermaine Dupri. He asked Tamika, did she feel bad about what she said about Kandi and Jermaine hooking up? And then Kandi hurried up and kind of was like, well, no, I didn't feel bad about the Jermaine, because she knew that was true. She admitted, she did hook up with him. And Kandi said that they hooked up, but she didn't hook up with his dad. So I guess Tamika was like, well, that was true. And then Kandi looking at her like, no, you were saying I hooked up with his dad and all these other people and I didn't hook up for them. I didn't hook up with them. What I'm getting from that is, I think, and it came up again a little bit, but what I'm getting from the group is collectively, okay, let's exclude Tiny. Let's just do Kandi and the sisters. The sisters, for some reason, especially Tamika, it's like this underlying theme of Kandi is a hoe to her. So, yeah, Kandi, you're successful, this, that, and the third, but yeah, you did hook up with this person. Because why does that even matter now? And I think that, she admitted, she said the stuff about the dad, but it's just like, they didn't even really have to go all into that. She could have just said, I felt like Tamika could have just been like, oh, well, they dated, but yes, the dad stuff wasn't true. Then Kandi, you was a little too pressed about that. It happened. It was a long time ago. If you know you're not a hoe, then she can't make you a hoe. But then again, Tamika, I feel like you've said so much shit, about Kandi hooking up with people that you gotta kind of watch how you say shit, or y'all go end up back right where y'all was. So that was a little shady to me. I felt like everybody could have played that differently. Next, something that stood out was Kandi weighed in on the Portia versus Nene situation. And I agree with Kandi. Kandi was pretty much saying that Portia is so upset about Nene saying that she could be fired, but they weren't even friends at that time. They were really on the outs. Portia had been saying a lot of shit about Nene on Dish Nation with the brat and just doing all these interviews on her. Portia, you and Nene were not friends at the time. Now, if y'all were cool and Nene said freaking fraud should go, then that's different. I see you being upset. But when you're not cool with a bitch will come for your motherfucking coins. She will want you off the show, whether you need to go or not. And bitch, you're still on the show. So Nene don't have pull or control like that. They could have been got rid of your ass, Portia, but they didn't. Somebody likes your ass. I want to like you, Portia. I do like you. But I just feel like I need your storyline to get a little bit more grown up. But I was here for you last episode when them bitches was coming for your neck. I was here for you. Okay, next. Next thing that stood out was the new music. Kandi quickly says Xscape is doing music, but she isn't. See, it's already the separation. Okay, I feel two ways about it. Number one, I kind of feel like Candy is like, you know what? I want to do other things. I don't want to just do this group thing anymore. You guys should just do the music. I understand that because Candy was already on a path of success and she had different endeavors she probably always wanted to do, and she probably didn't want to do this. I really thought Xscape was just going to tour and maybe do their biopic and sit their ass down, but it looked like they're trying to do new music, tour, do the biopic, do all that they can, to preserve the legacy. So I think Candy came back because a lot of people are just like, well, why did Candy come back? What was the motherfucking point? She's coming back, but here she is again, not doing everything that the group is going to be doing. But I think she came back literally to preserve the legacy. Somebody was going to take their story and make it their own and do what they wanted. And Candy wanted to come back for the fans and preserve the legacy, all the while working on the shit that she wants to work on. I agree with Candy, but do I feel like it's kind of weird? Yes, because if y'all working on new music, Candy, you can do Bravo and sing your tracks to the ladies. You could work on the tracks without them. So I just feel like you could be on that last album if you wanted to, but you are separating yourself. And like I said, I don't have an issue with it because I'm not the biggest Xscape fan, but I could see an Xscape fan having an issue with that because it looks like you isolating yourself. You're doing exactly what you say the group does to you. You're doing it to yourself to stand out, to do your own thing, which is cool for me because like I said, I don't care one way or the other, but the fans that's paying for these motherfucking tickets, they gonna have an issue with that shit. So that was suspect, and now motherfuckers may not buy y'all motherfucking album. Y'all may should have kept that to y'all motherfucking selves. Okay, so next let's get on the next thing. Oh, the radio apology. Candy had needed that apology from Tamika. Andy had asked something about, would you have came back to the group, Candy, if you would have gotten an apology, and Candy was like, yeah, I would have been came back, but I never got the apology the way I wanted to get the apology. And I guess she really needed it to be on the radio in front of everybody. And I agree with Candy on that because, bitch, you ain't about to be putting all these rumors out here and all these lies out here. And then you apologize to me on the phone. And I hear what you're saying, but I need the motherfucking world to hear what the fuck you got to say. The same type of way that you was spreading all these motherfucking rumors and you thought that shit was cool. So I'm with Candy on that, bitch. We ain't doing shit until I get my radio apology. And Tamika was trying to, well, I had already did one over the phone and I did it this way too. And then, bitch, she wanted the radio. So that was a little funny. Then let's get to this shady ass Andy game. Shady ass Andy game that they had to play. Y'all, I am looking for my motherfucking notes. Okay. So, Andy, you ain't shit for this motherfucking game that you had them play. They kind of had the lights out and had these flashlights out. So, Andy is just like, who's the worst dancer? Then, and they shine a light on Candy. Now, shine a light on Candy. The richest is Tiny. I have an issue with that. Is this Tiny with T.I.'s money? Because if it's T.I.'s money, I don't give a fuck if they married or not. That don't mean necessarily that she rich. What is Tiny really doing? I know she writes songs and shit, but I feel like Candy is the richest. I really disagree with that. They all put the light on Tiny. It was a little suspect for me. Because to me, Candy has Real Housewives of Atlanta. Candy has Bedroom Candy that's doing good. Candy has her foundation. I know a lot about Candy's businesses and all the different things she's doing. And to me, she's written for more people than Tiny, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, how the fuck is Tiny the richest? Very thrown off by that. Okay, let's get to another shady moment. They asked who the best singer is. Now, who said they was the best singer? Latasha said that she was the best singer on the Xscape show. I don't know if y'all caught that. But, so they flashed the light on, and Candy, specifically, we was watching. She didn't want to give Latasha that, honey. She shined that light on Tamika so quick. I think that Latasha is the best singer. I actually disagree. Tamika is up there, but Latasha brings it home. And to me, it just didn't seem like Candy wanted to give her that. She kind of wanted to shade her a little bit. Let me give it to your sister. So, and even Andy noticed that. So, but yeah, the best singer is Latasha to me. Okay, so, then they said, who would get mad if they didn't get enough vocals on the track? Everybody shining a light on Candy because reportedly back in the day, Candy had an issue with Latasha always singing lead. She wanted to sing more and do her thing, and I don't think that the producers felt her voice maybe was the strongest. Latasha had said to another question earlier that the reason why she chose to go solo was because she was always told by producers to do most of the singing, so she was just like, it just was kind of a natural thing that came about. It wasn't so much me. They always wanted me to sing, so the best thing to do would be do a solo project. And it never took off, and I don't think because of Latasha's talent, I don't think she had the backing, because I think she said Jermaine left Sony. So that's what happened with that. Okay, so they get to Tiny, and Andy was shady with her, talking about some, yeah, well, now the post breakup, how are you doing? This seems like a good situation for you to do other things. He's talking to Tiny about her relationship with T.I., with his shady ass. So Tiny is just like, yeah, we're going, I'm doing what I could do, And then Candy is like, they're not broken up. Oh, was I not supposed to say something? I'm like, what? We all know, Andy, you're a white man. I don't know if you get this in a black community, but in a black community, people like Tiny and T.I., they never break up. You can't believe the story. I didn't believe the story my motherfucking self. When they said they was breaking up and divorcing, I already knew he wasn't leaving her, because shit, ain't no other bitch like Tiny out in the world that's gonna put up with his ass. So, T.I. and Tiny, they're the aunt and uncle of the family that never breaks up. They always come close, but they never quite back that shit up. So, that was kind of interesting and funny as well. And Andy admitted at the end of that, he was like, I was being a little shady. He didn't say it like that. He said something else. But Andy, you ain't shit. Motherfuckers like you will be the reason why these girls break up again, because everybody, especially Candy, felt uncomfortable with certain questions. To me, it was once again, it shined a light on her being the hoe of the group, on her being the one that's being difficult and having to work on solo projects without the group. She's not going to be on the new album. SWV said it best, and I like them more than Xscape to me, because I love me some motherfucking Coco, y'all. That motherfucking Coco can sing. That's my girl. And I love SWV's attitude, too. To me, they're more fun than Xscape. Xscape gives a bitch like me depression. It's like I'm irritated. They're entertaining. I like the drama and shit, and back and forth. I like a little bit of that shit. But I like SWV because I just feel like SWV, you get in the drama, you get in the singing, and they always come back together, and they kind of accept each other for who they are. With Xscape, these bitches, you can still see them old ass issues fucking with them, and y'all gonna have to get on the right page, because if people, what SWV said, and I think it was Coco, she said the reason why their reality show came to an end, and these are not her exact words, but she was basically like, when people began to notice your weaknesses, they began to play up on them as a group. And I felt like, yes, Andy is shady, and I know he probably didn't mean nothing by it, but to me, it was showing people the weaknesses of the group, all the problems of the group. you know, people want to see growth. And when I look at Xscape, they are still in the past on all the shit that they have been through. So I just hope the girls can be business ladies and get the shit handled and let the past go. Specifically you, Candy. You know, I'm kind of more on your side when it comes to this, but if I could give you any constructive criticism, it would be for you to let it go. It seems like you're more caught up than anybody else when certain things are said. I know you want things to be clear, but don't hold on to that because that's their motherfucking opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. And if people want to think you a hoe or want to think because you hooked up over here and over here, so what? That's their motherfucking opinion. And I feel like Candy is the best looking one of the group. So of course you gonna have different men want to come at you, Candy. So let these bitches think what they think and let that shit go. Let this apology shit go. She said sorry. Y'all just move the fuck along. It just seemed like it was so much tension. It was uncomfortable and shit. It's like, damn, is these bitches gonna make it on stage? All right, y'all. That's pretty much what I have to say on that. It is your girl, Brand New. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will check you guys later.